Hello everyone, Adrian D. Holmes here, and I'm back with another engaging video. Ordinarily, I would introduce my videos by saying I'm back with another exciting video, but as you can tell by the title, today we're not talking about anything exciting. We are talking about something a little more serious, and that is how to cope with disappointment. As humans, we deal with disappointment on a daily basis. Typically, disappointment is a small aspect of our lives. Usually it's something like, oh, if it doesn't rain this afternoon, I'll go for a walk. But then a few hours later, it starts raining, so you can't go for a walk. You might be a little disappointed, but it's usually not the end of the world. But then you also have the bigger events in life, such as I'm planning my grandparents' 90th birthday party, but then they die 3 weeks before the party. And you know, you're disappointed, you're sad, you're mournful, you're filled with grief, and it's a tragic event. You plan a trip, and then all of a sudden you have to cancel that trip right before you're about to go, and it's an exciting time, and then you're completely let down and destroyed about it. That happens too. In fact, that's the reason why I'm making this video. A lot of you are wondering, where are my vlogs from North Carolina? Where is my vlog about Thanksgiving at the Biltmore? Why haven't I shared any pictures? Because usually I'm really good at doing that when I go on trips, and I'll be honest with you, the reason why I haven't shared any of that is because I never went. If you watched my video a few weeks ago about not receiving presents for my birthday, you would know that my family had originally intended to send me on a trip to the Biltmore for a Thanksgiving holiday in lieu of a party around here in Palm Bay. But unfortunately, less than 2 weeks before our trip, we had to cancel at the last minute because of various reasons that I'm not going to go into right now, but let's just say it was family reasons surrounding the death of my aunt, and finances as another reason, but that was secondary. But regardless of the reasons, it was still very disappointing, and I'm still kind of getting over the fact that I never went, because I was so looking forward to going, and it was something I've always wanted to do since I was probably in middle school, and I just am not going. So am I going to be mad at the world? Am I going to hate people for it? No, that's not productive. Am I going to sit here and complain about it for 5, 10, 15 more minutes? No, I'm not. I want to share with you ways that you can overcome disappointing events in your life. I'm not saying that it's not okay to feel sad about something. That's a normal and natural human emotion, and anyone who tells you otherwise is frankly lying. You have every right to be disappointed. You have every right to be sad about something that happens. However, where it can cross the line into something dangerous or unhealthy is if you let your disappointment possess you to the extent that it prevents you from fully functioning in your normal life. Typically, after a major disappointing event, you're disappointed for a few days, but as time goes by, you're healed from that disappointment. You have a chance to rationalize in your mind the true reasons why the disappointing event happened, and you can move on with life. But then again, sometimes with a really major event such as a death in the family, that's not so much disappointment. That can be more mourning, that can be more grief over the loss of a loved one. So that's slightly different from disappointment, and I'm not addressing that topic in this video. That can be another topic for another day if ever I address that. Today I want to focus on what to do when something you're planning, such as a trip or a party, falls through at the last minute and you're disappointed and you just don't know how to sort through your emotions. So my first tip would be accept the disappointment. And when I say accept the disappointment, I'm not even saying accept the reason why you're disappointed. Just accept the fact that you're disappointed, okay? You don't need to lie to yourself. You don't need to tell yourself, oh, I'm not disappointed. Oh, this doesn't bother me. See, I feel like a lot of people who try to be the brave one or try to be the tough one to prove that their skin is thick, they just try to go through the day and say, oh, I'm not disappointed, oh, it's no big deal, it's fine, I'll get over it, and try to tell themselves all day long that they're not disappointed. But then the moment they get home, the moment they get into the privacy of their own living quarters, their bedroom, their bathroom, or wherever, it's tears gushing, or they just get all upset, or it's just like, like it just, the emotions of the day get the best of them. Then after they have a chance to collect themselves, they say, why on earth did I do that? Oh my goodness, that's so embarrassing. I shouldn't be like this. And then they get on themselves over acting the way they did to a disappointing event. I just want to tell you now, stop it. It's okay to be disappointed. Accept the fact that you're disappointed and accept the fact that you're emotional about it. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't try to prove your toughness to yourself or to anyone else by pretending that you're not disappointed. Accept the fact that you are disappointed, and yes, it's okay to feel bad about something. There's nothing wrong with it. My second tip would be, once you've accepted the fact that you are disappointed, then to sort out why you feel disappointed and why the event happened that caused you to be disappointed. I get that there are going to be varying degrees and varying levels of disappointment and recovery, and that's fine. I'm not saying that you're going to be able to do this all in one day. Sometimes, especially like with me, with my trip, it's been probably close to 2 weeks now that I've known that I'm not going on the trip, and I still, sometimes when I think about it, just get a little upset because this was something I was looking forward to and now it just fell through. But every day that goes by, I've had the opportunity to think about, okay, what happened? Why did it fall through? And I've come to recognize certain issues in our whole plan that went wrong, such as our finances, the timing. We weren't expecting the impact from the death of my aunt to affect the whole schedule of our extended family to the extent that it did. So looking back, we can see, that was a reason, that was a possible reason, that may have contributed to something. Oops, okay, next time we'll be more mindful about that. And at the end of the day, we were able to maybe not accept the disappointment happily. I don't think in most instances, I wouldn't say that we'll ever be able to accept disappointments happily, but at the end of the day, we can appreciate why something happened the way it did. My third tip would be find encouragement and seek positivity. And again, when I say that, I don't mean that you need to run out and try to have a pity party or to try to get people to uplift you. You cannot count on other human beings who are equally capable of being disappointed to lift your spirits. You have to find it within yourself, the desire to raise yourself up from your low point. And for me, my faith is the source of encouragement and hope and joy. The Bible says that whatever things are pure, honest, just, we need to think on these things. So whenever I'm dealing with some sort of disappointing event in my life, I have to reflect on joyful stuff, loving stuff, kind stuff, honest stuff, truthful stuff. And if I can't think of anything that's working for me, I need to go out and do things that are joyful, honest, pure, kind, truthful. Giving out to others is a great way to help you overcome the emotions of disappointment, I feel. When you give of yourself to other people, make other people's lives better, and not for any reward back to you, but just for the sheer pleasure of making someone else's life better, I feel that's one of the greatest ways to overcome disappointment in your own life. I encourage you, next time you feel terribly disappointed and you just feel like a mess, go out and just do something kind to some random person. Open the door for somebody. Help someone find something in the grocery store. I don't care. Just do something that is helpful, that is kind, that is great, that is appreciated. Do something awesome, and just check and see how your emotions are before and after you do that, and keep doing it several times every day until you almost get addicted to the feeling of doing good. I guarantee you, it's a contagious feeling to do good in other people's lives. It's a contagious feeling to make a positive impact in the lives of those who need help, who need assistance. and in the lives of those who you wouldn't think need help or assistance. We all need help at some point, and you just don't know when and where, because oftentimes we in our pridefulness are too afraid to admit that we need help. So anyway, this is Adrian D. Holmes. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I know I could continue on, and maybe in another video I will, but for now I will leave you with those points. And if you have any tips and tricks about how you overcome disappointment, you can share them in the comment section below. Like this video. Remember to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. Then you can make sure that you will always get the latest and greatest content right here on my channel. So anyway, until next time, I hope that you have a hopeful, happy, and joyful day. See you later.